you've been at Brentford long enough to know a little bit about sort of West London and the football. What's it like to beat QPR in any sort of game?
No, it's good. Obviously, rivalry between all West London clubs, and it's a good feeling to win a derby against them.
How would you judge your performance today, as the team performance?
Average. Like, we didn't move the ball very well. The first half was difficult. The wind was strong, downwind against us, and we were slow to get started. They stopped us from playing out, and they pressed us high, so it was tough for the team. But we grew into the game. We had chances in the first half, and I thought Montel should have had a penalty early on, but he got put for diving. They had a few half chances, but we rode the storm and we got the penalty, scored from the penalty, and I think we deserved to be 1-0 up.
You said their performance could have been better. So what does it say about the team that they were able to get you were able to be ahead despite not playing at your best?
Yeah, I think obviously there's what am I looking for the word? Bundles of talent in the team, and we know we can play a lot better. There's still loads to come from us, and we can only get better. Lee's a great manager, and he knows that we can get better as a team, and I think he's the right man to get it out of us.
You mentioned in one of your first answers about the wind and the conditions. I mean, you presumably played in all sorts of conditions. What's that wind like compared to some of the worst conditions you've played in?
I think Swansea was probably one of the worst games I played in the other week. It was similar wind, pouring down with rain, freezing cold. But I think obviously for teams like us, we try and play out. So if a team stops us from playing, it's hard to go long. It's hard to turn it in behind them. But I'd say Swansea is the hardest conditions I've played in, and that was similar with the wind.
So what did you have to do as a goalkeeper to try and adjust to those conditions?
I think you just need to be aware of your position, whether you're too high, because if someone sees you off your line, the wind can help. Crosses, just wait a split second longer, because you don't know whether it's going to hold up or carry through.
Is that something that presumably as a young goalkeeper you haven't seen these sort of conditions too often, so it's a learning process?
Yeah, for me it's great to get games like that, like Swansea as well, where you play in those situations, because if you need it for the first team, you've got that experience of playing those games.
At the end of the first half, QPR were awarded a penalty that you saved. Obviously, as a goalkeeper, that's your moment to shine. Did you know what he was going to do?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, he, as he picked the ball up, he looked into the bottom left-hand corner and he shaped up to go there. And I thought he's just going to reverse it and try and be clever, but I read it and got enough on it to push it around the post.
Is that your goal scoring moment, if you like, making a save like that, saving a penalty? Is that sort of your goal?
For any goalkeeper, especially at 0-0, it helps the team, keeps us on level terms, and gives us a chance to stay in the game.
And there are a few other saves from you this afternoon. Were you pleased with your performance?
I was pleased with bits of it. I think I was untidy on some saves. I could have held on to the ball better, but overall I'm quite happy with how I've done.
You're playing a lot of these games now, a lot of these under-21 games. Over the past couple of years you've played some and not, but has there been a sort of a conscious decision from yourself and the manager that you're going to play a lot of these games, get that game time?
I think it's important for me to get game time. It's worked quite well, obviously, them being in the week, early in the week, I've got enough time to recover and be part of the team on Saturdays, but for me it's massive. I want to play games. I want to be part of the first team as well and stay and be on the bench and not go out on loan. But I just need that game time, and this has been ideal for me.
I mean, the manager, when he's been asked in the press about sort of the squad, he's always mentioned that you're the second choice goalkeeper, you're on the bench on merit. What you've done in training, your performances, you've earned the right to be the second choice goalkeeper, whatever Richard Lee's injury situation is. Yeah. Is that nice for you to hear?
Yeah, it's great for me to hear. It gives me great confidence. Obviously, I'm out of contract at the end of the season, and if you're saying stuff like that about me, then it can only be good. And I think that I've turned the corner really. I'm working a lot harder. I've realised what needs to be done, and I want to push David for number one.
I mean, it would be safe to say that you had some difficult times in your certainly the first 6 months at Brentford. I mean, do you feel personally sort of a better goalkeeper, a better player?
Yeah, I feel stronger. I mean, if you get knocked down, you have to get back up and take it on the chin and progress. And I think I'm still young, so that helps me as well. And it was a tough 6 months coming from Watford. That was tough for me, and then coming in and not doing as well as I can do. I think mentally I'm ready now, and physically I've been doing a lot better. So I think I'm ready if I was needed for a first team game.
Is there a determination in you that what the supporters saw in the first team games wasn't the goalkeeper you are? That you have to show them that? Yeah,
it's disappointing obviously that you want to go in and do well and fans see that you're not that well, and they ask questions whether you're good enough or not. So it's up to me to prove to myself that I'm good enough, because I know I am, and to prove to them that I can I can do the job.
Finally, you've obviously been part of the squad, 5 wins in a row. You're in that dressing room. What's it like to be at Brentford at the moment?
Oh, it's incredible. I think all the fans can see that such a good moment for the club, and we're going places and we're doing really well. It's great to be a part of it, obviously, and just to be involved with everyone and see what happens.
I said finally, but I'll throw one more at you. Simon Royce, what sort of role is he playing in your career?
Obviously massive. He's a goalkeeping coach and he's with us every day, works with us every morning, and I think he's really helped me come out of myself. He's obviously influential in how I get better as a goalkeeper, and I think he's been great ever since I've been here. He's been a massive part.